way that I breathe in a handstand is I just try to breathe normally, just like I'm breathing right now standing up. I've heard some people say that they flex their abs, they squeeze their abs really tight, but I've never trained that way, and I've never seemed to have a problem with my handstand progress or my training. I feel like I already have to concentrate on my hands, on my shoulders, on my posterior pelvic tilt, keeping that straight line, just focusing on all of those things, adding another thing to concentrate on, such as clenching my abs. I don't need it. I don't want another thing to concentrate on during my handstand. So let's take a look at my stomach. I've never really paid attention to it because, like I said, I just stayed relaxed and I'll just breathe like I do standing up. So I'll actually try to pay attention to it right now for this video. I'll do it relaxed how I normally do, and then I'll do a handstand. I'll do some handstands while flexing my abs and see if it really makes a difference or not. And I'm going to do the handstands on parallettes just for fun. I feel like training on these. It's just a fun, different way to train your handstands. If you only train them on the floor and you haven't tried them on parallettes yet, I suggest getting some or making your own just like these. I'll put a link in the description to a video showing how I made these. Alright, let's check out my breathing. So, I'm breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth. And you can probably see my stomach filling up with air in my lungs. So that was just kind of a normal hold. And so now I'll try one looking straight directly under, which is harder to balance. And again, I'll just breathe how I normally do. Sketchy. When you're looking under, you have to push much harder this way, down on the parallettes. Just like on the floor, you press harder on your fingers trying to prevent yourself from falling over. Pretty tricky. But I like to keep this footage pretty raw, show you guys real life. Let's try that again. And again, you can probably see my chest and my stomach just filling up with air normally. Just in through my nose, out through my nose, or out through my mouth. So those were just two basic handstand holds, normal handstand and looking under. So I'll do the same handstands, but I'll flex my abs. I'll tense really hard, see if I feel any more support, stabilization. Alright, relaxed. Whoa. Okay. Tense. I flexed a little too hard at first. I felt like I flexed so hard, I almost brought myself down. And when I'm flexing really hard like that, I'm feeling also the tension around my lower back. Like my whole core around here is tighter. But I can't say that my handstand felt better or more stable. I honestly felt like, well, maybe it's new to me, so I was focusing on it, but I felt like it was a little harder to balance because I couldn't breathe as well. I didn't have as much oxygen in my lungs, so I didn't feel as relaxed and natural in that position. So I don't feel like I could have held it for as long, tensing my abs, as opposed to just breathing normally. I'll try the harder variation of the handstand and look under while flexing my abs. See if it makes that version a little easier. Guys, it doesn't help that these parallettes are on an uneven surface. Look at this. Wobbly. It's alright. No excuses, right? Alright. Flex abs. Look under. Now relax. So at the end there, I switched back to a relaxed stomach, and then right at the very end, that last second, I tensed it again. So I can kind of see how if you're starting to lose balance, if you flex your abs and you tense your core even tighter, maybe you could save yourself and get realigned. But for holding it for a duration and training it longer, I feel like I'm gonna stick to breathing naturally, because I feel better having more oxygen in my lungs. I feel more relaxed in a handstand. But I think I'll experiment with flexing my abs if I'm beginning to fall out of position or lose my balance, and try to save myself. Do anything you can to try to save your handstand, because the longer you stay in that position, the stronger you're going to get, and the better your balance is going to get along the way of your handstand training. Alright, so I think that about wraps it up. I could try one more thing. I could try a handstand push-up, relaxed. No, I don't know how I breathe when I do handstand push-ups. It's a good question I ask myself right now. Let's find out. I guess it kind of happens so fast. I'm tensing. So during the handstand push-ups, when you're doing harder, when you're doing pushes and bent arm presses, yeah, flex and hold your core tense during that time. But when you're just balancing the handstand, make it natural. Relax and breathe. And when I say relax, I still mean keep that posterior pelvic tilt. Still squeeze those glutes tight. Don't stick your butt out. Tuck it in, squeeze your glutes tight, and still push your shoulders up and out. But when it comes to your stomach, your abs, I personally recommend just trying to relax and breathe normally. All right, keep lifting yourself.